Yo, Jason here from the Portuguese Brothers. I got another little training tip for us today, and this kind of pertains to a lot of your general strength training, which would be as common as your walking lunges. So I got a little tip that'll help with those walking lunges that we can kind of do as those accessory exercises to help strengthen up our squats and our sprinting ability, explosive ability, being able to create proper mobility, and importantly, your lunges are a single leg movement, so we can kind of balance out those hips, quads, everything properly. So a lot of times, you know, through CrossFit events, etc., we kind of learn this idea of keeping the knee back behind the toe, dropping the knee to the ground, trying to make these efficient movements. But obviously when we're training, we're trying to kind of strengthen the whole complex to the greatest degree as possible, and always we want to try and create end and full range of motions in our exercises. So a little thing that we can do with our lunges to make things a whole lot stronger and balanced and more uniform in our mobility to these maximal ranges of motion and potential is allowing ourselves to really drive down into the foot properly and trying to mimic kind of a squat position in that lunge as best as possible. So whenever we do a normal squat, right, we're thinking in the Olympic standpoint, right, we're trying to get the heels to match up with the kind of the bottom of our butt. So I'm squatting down, I got my heels really close to my butt here, etc. But how come when we lunge, a lot of times we kind of stray far from that, you know, kind of coming from that knee kind of backward pulled through here in a different position than that squat. So what we're going to try and do with those walking lunges is try and kind of implement that squat principle as much as possible. So when we're training, we train hard, we try and get ourselves and make life hell. So we're going to put this in the toughest degree, fullest range of motion as possible. I got some dumbbells, let's demonstrate this. So a lot of times, right, we're going to see dropping the knee to the floor, touch, and then coming right back up. But potentially when we're doing a squat, we're not really getting to that, I guess you can call that a half squat position to where we're at 90 degrees to the hip. So when we're working on those walking lunges now, we can work on really opening up that full range of motion through the patella, through the hip, engaging the hamstring as I step forward and I smash it all the way in. And if I have my hip forward, my back knees will remain off the ground as I step confidently all the way up and out of that position. So with that being said, as I come through, we can check out my trail leg, and as I step down, I smash it all the way in and forward, and my back knee's off the ground because my pelvis is tilted forward, and if I drop my hips back and disengage my hips, my knee automatically touches the ground. I pull my hips forward, even though I'm so smashed down, my knee will remain off the ground, keeping my hip in the proper pelvic alignment, getting that full range of motion. That again, from that lunge, as I come all the way down, right, is implementing that same idea as a kind of a narrow-footed squat coming all the way into position. So a dope little idea when you are working those walking lunges, take yourself to that full degree. Open that hip, promote that full extension, get all the way down in that baby, stand up confidently. And if you are competing, doing those little touching the knee to the ground doodads, piece of freaking cake, all right? So walking lunges, till next time.